Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today, yes, we got some things to go over from the Star Trek Online YouTube page. So, on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a huge favor, hit that like button. Also, if you're new here, welcome. Consider subscribing here to our YouTube bridge, where we're always on the lookout for like-minded captains where we can share our love, our passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. Now, with that said, here we go. Captains, you already know we released a video earlier of the new season that is coming to Star Trek Online in 2 weeks. And we knew that there was going to be a cryptic stream tonight. So what we're going to do in this video is go over that stream and them showing off some new toys. As we do, we'll drop the ECs and of course at the end give our conclusion. So I've just literally opened up a bunch of YouTube windows. I didn't want to cut, paste, or print screen. This is kind of almost the same thing. So first up here, again, it was awesome here that we actually had a co-executive producer from a Star Trek Prodigy. Now, as I mentioned before, and as we were also told, it felt like it was going to be a hard thing to get Prodigy stuff in Star Trek Online. But with the recent event reward being a space set inspired by Prodigy, well, we knew it was only a matter of time. And of course, this was the big reveal here via the announcement of the new season. Now, so his name is Aaron Walke, the co-executive producer of Star Trek Prodigy. So that is awesome that we actually had him here. And I did watch the stream just a little bit. He seemed super excited about having Prodigy stuff in Star Trek Online. We also had the senior animator Weston Pierce. I think it's the first time I've ever seen him, but regardless, they were showing off some of the things that will be coming. Now, of course, we know that there will be blogs, official blogs, so we'll go over that when we do. This is kind of just another initial sort of reaction from us here whilst we're on the bridge. So there is that. Next up, we actually have Murph, or that thing they had mentioned earlier, that in the blog that we went over in our update video. That is a character from Star Trek Prodigy, and now we're going to be able to have that, I believe, as a pet. Now, they didn't show up any of the costumes, but they did show him off. Pretty cool. He kind of glows all around here. Volume up, turn the volume off, but you can see how he moves there. Sure, I think he became a popular sort of character there for the kids, and he's kind of going everywhere there. Kind of glowed too at a moment here. Changed his color too, I guess, but it was pretty cool. And it's just gonna be a pet, so those who were attached to that character, well, you're gonna be able to have him as a pet. So there is that. But of course, we all know why we are here. We know that the Protostar is now actually coming to Star Trek Online, and there she is. She was actually put in the ESD windows. I'm guessing that's where she's gonna be put in. That'll be interesting. You know what? The familiar face that may help might actually be the Protostar in the featured episode coming up, and maybe that's why they're putting it in ESD. That's just my guess. I don't know. Thought I'd throw that out there, but that is pretty cool having the Protostar. Again, it has all the right silhouettes of a Federation ship, and you captains know I am a Fed baby, but it's not really appealing to me that much. Now, is that now on my list of event campaign prize for next year? Definitely. And of course, it'll be for everyone, so it won't just be something that for this year. It's going to be included in the event reward for next year, so that's something to look forward to. And of course, they kind of showed it off in space here. And there it is. You know, moving. She looked good. I'm not going to lie. She did look good. And it was pretty cool here that when they were showing her off, they also showed off the bridge. And this just shows you how small of a ship this is. Look how small the ship is. You can actually see how big the characters would be if they were there. So this is not necessarily a big ship. It's very small. I feel like Nova size. But again, they're just kind of showing it off here. And it, true to form, I think it translated pretty well in Star Trek Online. And now I think the next thing that they want to show, that's a cool angle. Again, the arrow spearhead type design I do love, because the first ship that had that design that I loved was the Prometheus, the one from Star Trek Voyager. So that's gonna be pretty cool to have the ship in game regardless. So, and to those, I know there are a couple captains who've been waiting for this, and to those who've been waiting, well, it's gonna be here. And again, when we get the whole information of the blog, we'll go over that right away. Now, this is pretty awesome. They showed this off in stream, it doing its animation of its special warp drive. Like, look at that. That's pretty cool. I will say that is pretty cool. That is its sector space travel there, and that is amazingly pretty close and faithful to the show, if I'm not mistaken. But it's doing its thing there. It looks like it's traveling pretty fast. So I will give it style points right there for the immersion. So now we're gonna go over some of the details there. Now you can see it is a 4-3. It does have a sec def. Now it looks like we're gonna get new Prodigy weapons as well. So this is gonna come with stock 5 phaser beams. And he didn't actually go over the beams himself, if I'm not mistaken, and 2 quantum torpedoes. The quantum looked different, possibly, but there's the console that it comes with. It's called Reformed Living Construct. So the passives are plus 10 shield power setting, plus 28.5 starship control expertise. And what does it do? So Reformed Living Construct to self make foes within 5 clicks fight each other. So this was a scene taken from the scene from the last season of Prodigy, where the Federation ships were taken over, I believe, and they were just fighting each other. So I think that's pretty cool. So this takes over up to 8 nearby foe starships for 22.7 seconds, confusing them, placating them, and engaging them in combat with each other. While confused, foes receive 170.1% bonus damage. That's I'm not sure if that's from each other or when they're confused you get that boost. That's crazy. 170.1% bonus damage. That's interesting. That's very interesting to see how they do. But you can see there the layout there. Devices has 3. Engineering, it has 4. Psi, 5, and TAC 2. Almost reminds me more of Parliament. Just switch the engineering and Psi there. So that is its layout. Again, another shot of it there. But then we get also a snippet of the trait here. So the hex grid shield focusing. Redistributing shields grants critical severity. So manually redistributing shields grants plus 13.8% critical severity based on forward shield capacity for 30 seconds. Max plus 35% at 60,000 shield capacity. I don't know how that's going to work, if it's going to be a sort of meta trait, but it sounds cool. Not gonna lie, it sounds pretty cool. And there's actually the name of the ship, the Protostar Temporal Science Spearhead. So quite interesting. Now they did take it into battle to show that console, the Universal Reformed Living Construct. So what it does is right here, and I thought the actual visuals of it were pretty cool. So let's just meet that there. So there it is, activates it, and there you go. Then you have the enemies outlined in red attacking each other. So I wonder why that one didn't get, maybe it was just too far away, but you can see it's attacking each other. I thought that was pretty cool. For immersion purposes, yes. And look at the phasers. The phasers, I am getting a full set of these. 100% I'm getting a full set of those. They look just like the phasers from Star Trek Picard. So captains, you bet we are going to be getting those as well. So that's awesome. They showed that off. Station-wise, here we go. Now I'm going to give credit where credit is due, because we also did go to Stowe Reddit, and here is the stations for it. So the season has a Lieutenant Universal, Lieutenant Commander Tactical, Lieutenant Commander Engineering / Miracle Worker, Commander Science Temporal, and Ensign Science. It sort of makes sense. Sure, it makes sense. And of course, credit goes to Cassandra _ Canmore. which is a city near where I live. So that's pretty cool, or town. So that is the seating there. We can have fun with this. Not a ship again that I'm going to be personally getting. If an opportunity presents itself, perhaps. But at this point, it's not a ship that I'm itching to get because I just have no real sort of connection with the show itself. But again, happy that it's coming into game. So there is that. Again, the seating can work out. We can make that work. That looks pretty familiar, but as long as we have that tactical there and you can make this engineering attack, it's gonna work, Caps. It really is gonna work. So there it is, Captains, our initial thoughts of this ship. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed that they got this in game and that we are going to actually be able to have this in game. It took a while, it really did, but the one thing I will say, I don't know why then Strange New Worlds didn't get put in here as well. Okay, when I say that, we do already have the ship, but like the costumes, we haven't still gotten the costumes yet, but we're getting costumes here. So, but that's something to look forward to in the future. Again, if this ship is for you, Captains, let us know in the description below if this is something that you're interested in. It doesn't, again, tickle my fancy wise in wanting to get right away. Is it on the list to get? Sure. Who wouldn't want to have a hero ship, right, of every Star Trek there? And that's kind of one of the things is you kind of become a collector, or we've become a collector of the ships that we've seen on the show. So again, it's a very Federation-y looking ship, but very small. The bridge module, I have to say, that looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to the weapons, getting a full set of those. And we'll definitely be doing a Prodigy theme build, hopefully in the next couple weeks. If not, again, not with this ship, but something else. Because of course this is going to be I'm not sure if there's a promo ship or already probably going to be like a lockbox or whatever. Captains, if you know, let me know in the comments below. But again, when the blog goes out, we'll be able to go over that and then give more of our ECs that way. So just a quick video following up to the announcement of Incursion coming in 2 weeks. Captains, we are excited. Of course, we're going to share our adventures here on the bridge, so be on the lookout for that. If we're on live, feel free to stop over and say hi. So with that said, hit that like button. Again, comment below, let us know what you think of all this coming our way here. And of course, if you're new here, consider subscribing to our YouTube bridge, and we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.